Hello and welcome to my sermon. It is August 16th of 2020 and there are more than 100 record highs today. Storms in Iowa have leveled vast acres of corn and also destroyed silos. And here in Ohio we have a record heat wave. The heat index has been over 100 day after day after day. So why do so many people have their heads in the sand about climate change? I'm the author of 5 books. 2 of them are on climate change. I've given countless numbers of speeches in my polar bear survival tour around the US and Canada, as well as speeches around Europe and Japan as well. And it's a very real issue. And it's about the most simple science you can imagine. It's like adding paints to a greenhouse. It's going to get warmer. And anyone who doubts it, if they lack the intelligence to even be in a free society. So they need educated really quick. Because it's not just an issue of, what color is that house, No, it's an issue of life and death. And not just for current generations, but especially for future generations. And we need accountability. If politicians, oil executives, coal executives, and other climate deniers were to be charged with murder, they would do something different. Anyone who doubts climate change needs removed from power and fast. We cannot delay. We need to make the change fast to all renewable energy. Solar panels can go on rooftops, over parking lots, and carports, over driveways, roads, and highways. Wind generators can be put offshore and on farmland. But we must make that change and do it very, very fast. Instead, climate activists are being murdered, assaulted, poisoned, locked up for no good reason. Their homes are regularly burned to the ground, and they get conned and robbed as well. Big oil, the coal industry, the auto industry, the airline industry, and others have the power, and the government looks the other way as they hire these henchmen to do their dirty deeds. Timothy chapter 4, verse 3. For the time is coming when people will not endure sound teaching, but having itching ears they will accumulate for themselves teachers to suit their own passions. Everyone, no matter who you are, you need to have a paradigm shift, if needed, on climate change. John chapter 17, verse 17. Sanctify them in the truth, your word is truth. If you have cast doubt about the reality of climate change, it is up to you to let the people that know that you saw the light. It is not only a real threat, it is causing massive death and misery and threatens future generations even more. If you doubt it, read your child's science book. Ephesians chapter 6, verse 14. Stand therefore, having fastened on the belt of truth, and having put on the breastplate of righteousness. With feedback loops, climate change is getting out of control. Just because China, India, and other countries have emissions does not mean that we should not tackle it as well. Most of the carbon in the atmosphere now is from industrialized countries. We all need to get together to do something about it. We have no choice but to speed up climate action. Federal agents, police, prosecutors, and others must start charging politicians with mass murder, or they themselves must be charged with dereliction of duty. The science has been incredibly clear and obvious for many, many decades. Read your child's science books if you have any doubts, then act like an adult and take action. Anyone with property can put in solar panels. Everyone can call their elected officials. Let's all work hard until we tackle climate change completely.